Oh my god, hello. Ah, there you go. How much latency is there on my stream? Wow. Oh my god, hello. There you go, okay. Let's do this. Minesweeper. Okay. I'm just gonna keep doing this, I guess. Is it this one? Yeah, okay. These are both referring to this. They're both the same value. I think they're both telling the truth. It's either a 2 or a 1. I think it doesn't. I don't think we know. Root 5 has to be telling the truth. And also has to be 1 by root 5. So these are all non-mines. 0, 2. No idea. Okay. 0 mod. This is either 0 or 1. But if this is true, then this has to be a 0, meaning that's a mine. If this is line, then this is also. But this is at least a 1, so this must actually be 3. That's telling the truth. All of these are lying. Okay. All of these are lying. This could be anything. This could be, yeah, this could be anything. We know one of these are non-mines because that would have to be a liar. Doesn't really help. If this is a 2, these are both empty. If this is not a 2, then these are both mines. Okay. If this is a 2, it could be that these are both just mines, or it could be just that one of those are mines. No idea. 0. This is 0, 1. Actually, this 3 must be at least a 2. So there must be some number of mines in here. So this 0, if it was 0, must be actually talking about 3. It could also be a 1, where the rest, and that would be empty. If it were a 1, it must be. If it were a 1, then this 3 is true. There's at least 2 mines here, so the total amount of mines this 1 must be talking about is 4. Then this would have to be empty. Otherwise, if this was 0, then this must have 3 in total. But this 3 could still be like a 4 or a 2 or anything, so I don't think we know either. Yeah. Actually, if this is a lie, then this If this is a liar, then this must be telling the truth, but that's not possible because it's not a mine. So this can't be a liar. So one of these two are liars. And one of these three are liars, I guess. But I don't think we know. If this is a liar... If this is a liar, then this two must also be lying. Yeah, if this two is telling the truth... No, if this two is lying, then you need a mine here and here. Therefore, in row 2, this must be lying. Ah, okay. But if row 2 is telling the truth, then because of row 1, we know this will be lying. And so in both cases, the lie is in one of the two top cells. So none of these are liars. Okay, that helps. The 3 and the 0. The 0 and the 3... Well, I don't know. The 0 is referring to a 3, definitely. But it could be these 3. Or it could be 2 of these. And then a mine here and a mine here. No idea. We just know one of these are liars. Ah, but the same issue occurs if this were a liar. Then this couldn't be telling the truth because there are no 2 empty cells around it. So, for the same reason, this can't be a liar. This must be the liar. And so there's exactly one mine here. This 2 means that these are both non-mines. And so that's a liar. This must be a 1. And since it sees 2 cells, it must see 4 total. This could be telling the truth. Okay. Okay, I think this has to not be a mine. This has to be a mine. It's not very helpful, but it has to be a mine, I'm fairly certain. If it wasn't a mine, you'd have to have mines here, 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 and here. Oh no, it could be a non-mine. Yeah, it could be a non-mine. Okay. Actually, this can't be non-mine. Because you have to have a mine here, and this 3 is at least a 2, so you have to have a mine here, and that breaks the root 5. So this must be a mine. That must be empty. 2v means that's a mine, so that's empty. This is telling the truth. So one of these are mines. 0 mod 3 must just be a 3. This 3 deviation is done. 5v is definitely lying, and so these are both mines. That's a liar. So this 2p is a liar. It's either 3 or 1, but it can't be a 3 because it already sees this and this. So it must be a 1, so that's a mine. And then 2 deviation means there's 1 mine total in these 5 cells. That might be for this 1 modulo, which has to be talking about 4 cells, right? And we know that at most 1 here. So this must be a mine and these are both non-mines. Liar, liar, liar. 1 deviation sees 2 already, so it's done. 5v is either a 6 or a 4. This 1 is done. 2 mod is also done, so that should resolve the entire puzzle. Okay, I might want to make the mine color a little bit brighter. Let's see. Actually, is that worse? I don't think it makes a difference. Oh well. Okay, if I skip the game, will it give me another encrypted? It won't. It gives me more liar. I feel like I want to do the liar first. I need 3 more liar here and 1 more encrypted here. So let's do more liar first. Definitely lying. So it's a root 2. 0 is telling the truth. Root 2 means that's a mine. 2-3 is done. 2 product sees a root 2, so it can't see anything that's 1 away. 2 deviation means these are both mines, so these are both empty. 5 area is at least 4. And this root 2 is telling the truth, which means that's a mine. No idea. This is telling the truth, but also means that none of those can be mines. 1 area is lying. Okay. That's a liar. meaning that's a mine. This 3v is telling the truth. Any more free liars around here? No. One of these are liars. One of these are liars? And also one of these are liars. Oh. Okay, well if this is a liar, then this is empty. It's telling the truth. They must see an area of 5. I don't know. Okay. But if this is telling the truth, then this is a mine. That's a liar. It's a liar. And that's a liar. Doesn't really help. I guess I know this is true then, but it doesn't really help either. This 5 could then be seeing a 6 or a 4. Okay. Actually, the 2-3 must see at least 4 mines. And because there can only be 1 mine here, even if you had another mine here, you need to have at least 2 mines in this area. So this 1 can't be lying. It must be telling the truth, right? Because it can't be as high as a 2. It already sees 2 mines so close to it. So I'm fairly certain this 1 is not lying. Yeah. So at least 2 of these 3 are mines. One of these are liars. I wonder what that means. Oh, also, these 2 3s are referring to the same set plus a bit. So these are all empty. That's helpful. 4 deviation, no idea. 1, 2. Oh, we know there's 1 mine here. Oh, this route 5 means there must be a mine there. And then so there's 1 mine here. Okay. But none of them really give me any information. If this were lying, then it must just be referring to 2 mines total. So that's empty. But if it were telling the truth, then this is a mine. This would be lying, and then that would also be a mine. If this is a mine, then this is empty, and this is empty? Okay. I feel like it's the 5A that helps us here, but I feel like there's still too much space here for the 5A to be really constricted. Like the 1P doesn't do anything, because you could have mines very close to it and it's fine. If this were really a 2, then there would be a bit more information. Yeah, this doesn't help anymore. I mean, if this were telling a lie, then we would know this would have to be empty. This would have to be telling the truth, which means it does in fact see 5 total, which is here, 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 and here. So if this is a lie, we get all of that. And let's mark that a bit more smaller in the corner, so I can write down the second case where if I have to. This would be telling the truth, which means that would be empty, and then that would be a mine. Yeah, and then everything will be satisfied. I guess now this 5A might be called into question. Maybe. If it were telling the truth, then we know this would be a mine. This would be lying, and then that would be a mine. This 2-3 could still be telling the truth, or it could be lying as well. I guess we have no idea. Yeah, it doesn't really help. Okay. Jeez, okay. If this is a mine, it definitely can't be lying. I mean, this must be the liar. This should be telling the truth. And so this would need to be a mine. Is that useful to us in any way? I mean, in this case, yeah, this would be a liar. Because we know that... Actually, we know that this and this are not liars either. That would be a liar. This would not be a mine. This would be empty. This would be a mine. This would be empty. And we have this 2x2 to left to work with. That would fail, right? Because this would have to be a mine. And then this area is only 5. It's exactly 5, which is actually bad. So this is a failure. Meaning this can't be lying. This must be telling the truth. Wow. Okay. So that gives us that. That gives us that. This is now empty. That's a mine. Right, because the 1, 2 is telling the truth, it must be 1 dark and 2 light. Okay, and now we're left with this setup. So one of these are mines. One of these are mines. One of these are mines. One of these are mines again. Actually, if these are both mines, can we immediately... I don't know. If this is a liar, then we'd get these 3 to all be liars. But that doesn't really tell me anything, right? Yeah, it doesn't really tell me anything. Are there only 2 cases for this, or are there 3? I think there are like 3 cases of where the liars can be in this case. It could be here and then some combination of these 2. Or it could be here, here, and here. But this can't happen. This is just a dead combination. Because these are both the liars, and then these will both be non-mines, which breaks this 1. So this can't be a liar. That's a liar. So this must mean that's a mine. So this 5 sees at most 6 now. It's either 4 or 6. These can't both be mines, right? Because then you'd see an area of 7. So you'd have at most 1 mine here. But if this were telling the truth, that would then mean that these are both mines. I don't know. Then that would be a liar, I guess. And also this would be a liar. That would be a mine. And that's fine. This 5 would have to then see 4, so that's also not a mine. Which is okay. So that is the assumption that we made. If this was a liar, then this is what happens. So it is telling the truth. So if this is telling the truth, you get your mines here, here, and here, and then your normal mines are here, here, and here. And if this were lying, again, these can't both be mines, so you can't see 6, you must see 4. That's a lot less helpful this time. If that's a lie, then these are both telling the truth, or they're non-mines. Which really doesn't help. Or they're mines, I mean. I mean, if this is a mine... I mean, if this is telling a lie... Yeah, okay, then this must be telling a lie, which means this is empty. So that's your commonality. That cell. It's always empty. Oh, okay, and something really weird is going on here. Pretty sure this 4 has to be telling the truth. Well, firstly, because this has been revealed to be not a liar. Oh, is this also lying? Oh, it's lying. Huh. That's fascinating. Well, firstly, this 5 must see that cell. But because this 4 is lying, it must see 1 more. Yeah, it's one of the edge cases where it sees something else compared to this 5. It must see that. So this 5 sees less and this 4 sees more. That's cool, I guess. Okay, that should resolve everything. And that's a mine. That was a trip. It started off pretty easy, but then something else happened at the end. Okay. Liar. 2 Phoenixes are both mines. This is a root 2, so that's empty. 2 root 10 already gives us information. 1 mod means 1 mine here. 2 root 10 is root 40. I really should make a list of notes based on what this can be. So 2 root 10 is root 40, which we already know is not 1 times anything. It's not root 2 times anything, apparently. I don't know why we discovered that. So we have other options. 40 is equal to 8 times 5, right? So it's 2 cubed times 5. So this root 40 must be equal to either root 4 by root 10 or root 8 by root 5. Yeah, because root 2 by root 20 doesn't exist. Oh, I think that's because root 20 isn't a valid area, a valid distance. Ah, wow, the game covers that. That's fascinating. But yeah, it could either be root 4 by root 10, that is to say a distance of 2 and a distance of root 10, which is this one or this one. Or it is a root 8, which is here, by root 5. Root 5 is smaller, of course. I think that might break. So if it were in fact 2 by root 10, then one of these are mines. And this is something root 10 away, so that's a mine. And then everything in between is empty, so these are all empty. So that's one of the cases. The other case is, what is it? Root 5 by root 8, which would mean that this is a mine. One of these are mines. But because of this 1v and 1m issue, this 1v can only ever see at most 1 more than this 1m. Otherwise, you would already be seeing 3 mines. Also, this in the red case, the 1m means that the mine has to be here and not there. In the yellow case, back to the yellow case, the top can only see 1 mine total. So a mine being here means that these are both empty. And this is a mine. It also means that this is empty. Okay, so the commonalities are here and here. Good. Okay. Yeah, that's all we can see right now. It's either red or yellow. There are no commons there at all. This one area is interesting. 2 mod is interesting. 2 mod, it's either 2 mod or 1 mod 3. It is, in the red's case, we can then immediately prove that. In red case, we can prove that this is lying. This is truthful. In the red case, we can also prove that this is truthful. Because in the red case, this 1v already only sees 1 mine. Also, because this is a 2, it must see another mine here. In the yellow case, however, this 1 is actually lying. So this 2 is truthful. So this 2 is either now a 2 or a 5. I'm pretty sure it must be a 2. Because if it happened to be a 5, then this 1a is clearly just completely wrong. So that gives us this, which gives us another commonality. That is gonna tell us that this is a liar. Okay. So this still doesn't give us anything. Except for the fact that this is now true. Alright, let's keep going. In the yellow case, this is definitely telling the truth now. And sees 2 out of 3 mines here. This 4 deviation is actually also truth-telling, which I did not notice. Yeah, so in red case we have all 4 of these being mines. That's just pure Minesweeper. In yellow, this 2. Well, we have to have some mines here, and so what that means for this is that we'll have to have some mines here. Yeah, and so this 2, seeing 2 mines already, must now be a 5. And that will complete the 4 main. This is empty. So this new round has given us... The new round has given us more deductions. And in the red case, we know that this must always be telling the truth. Because the red case also sees only 2 mines here. Actually no, it sees 3. In the red case, this is lying. It sees 1 mine here, 1 mine here, and 1 mine here. So okay, in both cases, one, these are lying mean the middle one is not a liar. But I don't know how to use that information yet. And now this 1 mod. It could be as high as a 7 in the red case. And in the yellow case, it would just be a 4. I guess we don't know. Yeah. We've covered everything so far. Yeah, okay. Well, what's next? I have no idea what to do next. I mean, is there really anything else? We can mark more stuff, I guess. Where mines are, they can't be liars. But I would hardly doubt that that would give us any information. Yeah, that didn't give us anything. In yellow, all the mines are already covered here. All the mines are definitely not liars already. What am I missing? I see red. Red is lying. Red is false. In red case, this will only see 3 mines, which is 0 mod 3, but it can't be 0 mod 3 because that will be 2 away from it. So yellow is true. Ah, and then this is lying. Okay, there you go. So this 1 is just a 4. This 5 is a 5. 6 deviation, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 can be true. 0, 2 is telling the truth, so that's definitely going to be true. This 6 is now lying, it must be a 5. That's a liar. 3v. This 1 is already done. This 5 is telling the truth, so these are both mines. Root 2 means that's empty. 1 mod means that these are both mines. Liar, liar. 1 root 2 is just a root 2, so these are both empty. This is lying, and it already sees 4 mines, so that's empty. This is 1 mod 3, so these are both mines. This 3 is lying, so that's a mine, and there we go. Okay. That was a trip. Okay, gotcha. We got it. Alright, let's do another. So we have some information given to us. So we know A, B, and F now have the values of 0, 1, and 2. So nothing else can have those values, immediately giving us the fact that E is 3. So these are all mines. G area. G is at least 4. Okay. F can't be 0. Because if it was 0, then A and if F was 0, A and B must be 1 and 2, and then that would contradict this area over here, which must have 3 mines in it. So F can't be 0. Can F be 2? If F were 2, then you have to have mine here, 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 and here. AB would be 0, 1, which appears valid. Yeah. Okay. Can F be 1? If that were the case, then A and B are 0, 2, giving us mine here and here. Okay, in that case, this is always a mine. And then because G is greater than... that's always empty. G is always greater than 0, so that's a mine. And now A is at least 1, so B is 0. Okay, but we know A is reading this and also reading this, which means that the outsides have to have the same amount of mines. That has to be empty. F is now a 1 by definition. So that's a mine, these are all empty. This is a mine. C area, C is at least 4, so these are all mines. And 3 areas complete. So C is exactly 4. 1, 2 is done. G is at least 5. But it could be large enough to be... there can't be a mine here, otherwise you would see 7 mines total. So that's empty. This is 2 mod 3, C's 4, so it must see 5, meaning there's 1 mine here. And that perfectly completes 1 vanilla. So it's all empty. That's a mine, that's empty. 0 mod 3 means that both these are empty. This must see something root 2 away, so that's a mine. G is now 5, definitely. So this must see an area of 5. This must see 4 mines total, but it can't be both of these, otherwise the 5 will see an area of 6. So this must be a mine. And then one of these are mines. Yeah. Well, okay, this 5 must grow either here or here, and in both cases that touches this cell, which now can't be a mine. And 4 deviation. Again, we know one of these are mines, that will complete the 4, which means these are both empty. This is a mine, this is empty, that's a mine. That's a mine. 1 product means these are both mines, and so this must be empty. Yay! Alright, wow, E is so much easier than L. It's like confusing, but like it's a lot easier. Also, hi guys. Welcome to Minesweeper, I guess. Hi. How you guys doing? Alright, we just have one more puzzle to go before we complete gallery 7. Yay! Okay. This is telling the truth. Apparently this does not give us any information. 2 root 5 is root 20, right? Which must be equal to either Well, why can't it be root 1 by root 20? What is something that's root 20 away? Oh, that's 16 by 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this will either be a 1 by root 20, and root 20 away is either this one or this one, and nothing inside can have a mine. That clearly breaks this 4D, even if it were a liar. So I'm just fairly certain it can't be a 1 by root 20 anymore. Oh, that's definitely liar. This 4 is telling the truth. This is 1 by root 10. It could be root 2 by root 5, it could be 1 by root 10. 2, 3. So it's either here or it's here. This would be a mine. And then nothing in the middle can have mines either, so these are all empty. That breaks 4D once again. So this can't be a 1 by root 10, it must be a root 2 by root 5. So some number of mines here. 3 deviations done. 2 vanilla means one of these are mines. This root 2, root 5 already sees something root 5 away. So it must have something that's 2 away. And now that's empty. Oh, why are there square roots? Let's see. Square roots. Clues represent the product of the distances to the nearest 2 mines. So yeah, quick example, these 2 mines are root 2 away from the clue. So that product is just 2. Wow. Oh, look, tutorial. Jeez. Okay. Alright, we know this is telling the truth. That doesn't help us. Oh, 0, 4. That's suspicious. 1. 4, 4, 2. They all seem to work together though. One of these are liars. If this is telling the truth, then these are off mines, meaning this must be lying. Otherwise, it itself is a liar, so this can't be lying. Real useful information there. If this were telling the truth, it would have to be a 3 or a 6. I don't think we know. If it's a line, it has to be a 1. But we also don't. Then you'll have to see 4 mines, but... hold on. This one... If this is telling the truth, then this must be lying. Then this must be telling the truth. And all 4 of these are mines, I guess. That works. If this is telling the truth, then this must be lying. One mine here means these are both mines. But the problem is that these can both be lying, right? And you could in fact have 2 mines here, and then one of these would be mines. Just in general, this could happen. Okay. I really want to know what happens if this is telling the truth. If this is telling the truth, a lot of things can still be telling the truth. A lot of things can be lying. But we don't know. If this is lying, then there's a lot of ambiguity. We know this is telling the truth. We know this is lying. And we know this is empty, because one, these are mines, and then this being the truth means that must be empty. So there's at least one commonality there, which isn't useful. We know that this must be telling the truth, which means it must see either 6 or 3 mines. But I don't think we know either. Yeah, I don't think we know either. Although, in the yellow case, this is telling the truth. There's at least one mine here because there are only 3 mines elsewhere. And so this 0 must therefore see all 6 of these being mines. And then this would be empty as a result. So your second commonality is this one. Do we know anything about green? Green now feels to be lacking a lot of information. Just because it's telling the truth, there's very little other information we can go off of. This 4 could still be truth-telling or lying. I mean, if the green led to this being truthful, you have mine here and here, which makes this empty, and also these empty. But if it were lying, I have no idea what happens. Okay, I don't think there's anything else I can use here yet. I'm staring at the second board and seeing if there's any there must be a liar here or something like that. I don't think there is. Okay. Let's try this another way. One of these 2 are liars, so let's set those to be the 2 cases we're comparing. If 0 is truth-telling and 4 is lying, then 0 must be 0 and 4 must be a 3. But that still means one of these are mines. So you then have mines here, here, and here either way, because you have to reach 6 then. And then if it were the other way around, where this is lying and this is telling the truth, okay, then your commonalities are that these are both mines as well. And then 0 now fails because 0 can't see 1. It can't see 1 mod 3. So green is telling the truth. Okay. Meaning that this is lying. There you go. That's a liar. So this was telling the truth. Wow. Okay. 1 mod 3 is definitely lying now. So that's a mine. That's empty. These 2 are empty. This is not empty. 0 deviation means that's empty. Root 2, 4 vanilla is telling the truth. And this is definitely lying. That gives us the remaining liars. Okay, 1 mine here means 1 mine here. Actually, no. 2 deviation is lying. So it's either 1 or a 3, but we don't know which. This is lying, so it must just be a 1, because it can't be a 3. Okay. So there are an odd number of mines here, is what I can say. This 3 deviation must also see an odd number of mines. So this area here must have an even number of mines. That's a mine, and so these are both empty. There you go. Hooray! I got it. There you go. Gallery 7 is now well, it is now technically complete. It's perfected according to Steam. This is 4% of players have this achievement. That's cool. Yeah. I want to check the 8. Let's see how many people have can perfect the 8 gallery. Is it further down? It is actually further up. Yeah, more people are, wow. Wait, am I missing it? Oh no. Hold on. Yeah, okay, there you go. Less people have perfected the 8 gallery than the 7. That's fine by me. Oh, there is a math guide for product, by the way. I did not realize there is. Okay. Anyway, does this mean we're gonna continue with the 8 gallery? I kind of really don't want to. I don't want to do this now. So for the 8 gallery, let's just finish up the rest of the main 49 combos first. Connected deviation. Sure. I guess. Don't know why I left off here without doing anything. Okay. 11 mines remaining. Was there some really weird stuff going on here? Was there? I don't remember. Okay, let's do the usual markings. There's one mine here, there's one mine here, there's one mine here. There's 2 mines there. 4 mines total here. $11 out of 19. I don't think we can do anything about the mine count yet. So the 4, these can't both be empty. If this is a mine, then this is empty. We'd also know that this is a mine. That doesn't help, does it? Empty, mine, empty, mine. That's fine. Okay, let's see if I can... set up 2 cases again. If this is empty, then you have mine here, and then this would be empty. And then if this were a mine, this would be empty. The 4 indicates that this would be a mine. This would be empty. Mine here, empty, mine here. Wow, it's like a perfect. It's basically perfect. So, yeah. Perfect, but like the most useless kind of perfect. Okay, do we get any more information on yellow? Is it a connected thing? I feel like we're getting kind of close to not connecting properly here. In the case of yellow. Like these 3 mines are very isolated. You need to have something out here. But that's really easily achievable, is it not? Hold on. In green, this is also empty. Just for completeness. So one of these are mines, as we know. So for the 4, we'd have 2 of these being mines in all cases. But that's also not really very useful information, is it? I mean, in the yellow case, if I further broke it down, if this were the mine, and this is empty, this group of yellows has to leave, like, here, right? This is also empty, causing these to be both be mines. Yeah, that's a break. You have this very big wall here. So in the yellow case, this is also empty and this is also a mine. There's your commonality. Not super useful, but there you go. Therefore, that must be empty. Ah, that's a mine. What? Oh, it's deviation. Oops. Yeah. Dang it. Now I gotta restart the entire puzzle, and then I gotta do all the. Oh wow, the 2, 3, and These are my starting values? How did I get everything up there first then? Wow, okay. This can't be a mine. Yeah. This can't be a mine. So these are both empty. Alright, that's how we started off. Okay. 2 and 4. 4 and 5. 4 means that these are both mines. Definitely. 5 here. I remember the solution was these 4 plus this one. Can I see if I can resolve that? So this is either 4 or like 2, right? You can't have 3 mines here. Otherwise you'd form a non-rectangle. So if this happened to have 2 mines in it, then all 3 of these are mines. Which breaks these 2. And that's a mine. I think that works. So that's your one case. In the other case where there's 4, then this must also be a mine. In the other case where there's 4 and these are both mines, these can't extend out. So your 5th mine has to be here, so that's also a mine. And now this 2 is complete. This 3 means that these can't both be mines, otherwise this 3 is broken. So that's a mine. There's 5 here. Okay. In the yellow case, these are both empty also. This 5 is not resolved yet. In the green case though, there are 2 mines here, so there are 3 mines in the remaining 4 cells. Which means there has to be a mine here. Oh, connectivity. Yellow is not connected. These mines are... Yeah, okay. Connectivity is a real issue there. That resolves all of that. 5 is now done. 5 here. These must grow. If they don't grow, then you don't have space for 5. And then this 4 is also done, so this can't grow. Alright, and we are back where we were. This can't be a mine, otherwise it's isolated. So the same thing that happened was, I think we discovered that this was a mine in this case. Or was it this one? It's this one. And then we also made the same... We made the deduction that this was empty and... There was something else, right? That like this is empty. Oh, and then that's what gave us the fact that I think this is empty and this is a mine. Yeah. Okay, oops. So much for me wanting the shortcut out. Let's do this again. Jeez. Get me out of here already. Okay, this is the one that's empty. That's a 2. And that gives us the fact that this is a mine and this is a mine and this happens. Okay, there you go. Jeez. And then I wrongly assumed that this is a mine, which is not correct because it's 3 Cs of those cells total. Yeah, now these can't both be empty because then you isolate some mines. So there must be some number of mines here, which will complete the 3, so that must be empty. Okay, there you go. Okay. If this happened, then yeah, then there's an isolation here, so it must be the other way around. Then that's a mine, that's a mine, that resolves everything here. So there's one mine here. As a result, how many mines can there be in this group of 6, I guess, is my question. It has to be 4 at most. If it were 5, there's no way to remove a cell or consider it to be non-mine such that everything else forms a rectangle. Whichever you consider empty, straight up will form a non-rectangle of mines afterwards. So this has at most 4 in it, which is useful because there are 7 mines remaining. So everything has to be maximized. You have to have mines here, 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 and then there are exactly 4 mines here. We know one of them is not here. And so the other one also has to be not here. Because if these were both mines, then however you arranged your thing here, you're always going to produce a non-rectangle. So there's one non-mine here and one non-mine here, meaning these are both mines. Okay, and so you can't have this sort of checkerboard pattern anymore. It must be these two or these two, and these two break connectivity, so it's the other way around. Ah, there you go. That was real weird. Okay, C and D. Let's just do one by one. I kind of don't trust the. I don't trust the. I don't trust this button to give me all the incomplete genre combos. So I'm just gonna click them one by one. Let's do horizontal product. Okay, all mines must have a horizontally adjacent mine, and clues represent the product of the distances to the nearest two mines. Good to know. That will tell me that these are both not mines by default. This means that these are both mines. That's a mine, and also these are both mines, which must grow. Okay. These can't both be mines, right? Because they both have to grow outwards, and this root 2 is broken. So this must be a mine which must grow. Also, one of these are mines, which will definitely grow outwards. So one of these are also mines. Meaning that none of these are mines. Again, one of these can be only. Sorry, hold on. At most, one of these. At most, one of these are mines because of root 2. So that's a mine. These are both not. Okay. This now can't be a mine because these will both be isolated. These are both non-mines. Ooh, root 10. Okay, well that gives us a lot of free stuff just by coding. Okay. Okay, I don't think I can get anything out of that anymore. This can't be a mine for the exact same reason. So this must be root 2 by root 5. Okay. That doesn't help us. Whichever is the root 2 just goes outwards, but that also satisfies this root 10. Oh, but we know that one of these are mines, because this is a 1 by 2. So for this root 10, is root 2 mine is already down here. These are both empty. Okay, sure. Okay, this one means that... Well, this can't be a mine firstly, just by horizontal. These are both mines therefore, which must grow. This root 2 must have this be a mine. This must have this be a mine, which must grow. This must grow. Oh, 4 mines remaining, huh? Okay, we know there's a mine here. We know wherever there's a mine here has a partner somewhere next to it. So that already counts for at least 3 of the mines total. The 4th mine can't be isolated. So the 4th mine can't be here or here or here. It also can't be in any of these cells. There you go. That was cool. This root 2 means that's a mine. I could probably call some information out of view. There you go. Okay, so now we know that there are only 2 mines remaining. It has to be here or here. So that means there are no mines anywhere else. I can probably call something here. That solves it. Hooray! By the way, do you have beta test access? Was trying some crazy bonus variants. I don't know actually. Hold on. Where would you find these crazy bonus variants? I don't think I have it. Well, I don't think I have activated it if I do have access. So let's see. Where do you get beta access anyway? I feel like there was a button that I could press, but I forget where it was. Is it manage, right? No. No? No. Properties? Ah, it's in properties. There you go. Yeah, I can do that. Ooh. Shall we? Beta test. Alright, I'm gonna try. Just for fun. I'm gonna restart the game here. Oh, it's downloading the beta. Hold on. Give it a second. I guess we can enjoy the music while we're here. I didn't realize this game had a beta, honestly. Like, was it always in the Discord chat? Did I just miss it? Wow, okay. Shall we see what the beta looks like? Where do I find these extra variants? Don't see them yet. Do I gotta unlock them somewhere? I might have to. Oh, wait, what? So this beta thing is not actually beta? I'm confused. Because, like, you know, I can change my game version to beta version. But I guess what you're saying is that this is not like... This isn't like the actual... Yeah, you're saying this isn't the actual beta, right? Okay. That's fine by me. It's alright, we'll just continue playing. Alright, product segment. Actually, let's do product last. No, I'll do product first. I want to do the encrypted one last. It kind of sucks. I can't like look at all the beta stuff anymore. I can't look at all the stuff that was thrown away. Okay, let's start. Put a mine there, definitely. This 2 root 10. I want to just guess and say that none of these can be mines. Yeah, I guess I was right. Can I see the same thing here? Can I see the same thing here? I can. So this 4 is probably 2 by 2. This 2 root 10 is probably 2 by root 10. I don't see what else it could be. It could be 4 by root 5. Yeah, it could. But honestly, I have no idea. I don't know how segment and product are supposed to work together. Like this again could be 2 by root 10. So it could be one of these being mines, and then some mines here. Or it could be or it could be root 8 by root 5, which would be some mines here and then some mines here. One of these being mines and some mines here. I guess in both cases, you know, there's this sort of like interesting thing over here. So like, The fact that there were mines here could be very interesting. I don't know. I mean, okay, if it were 2 by root 10, sorry, root 2 by root, if it were 2 by root 10, then wherever there are mines here, there would be some mines here and some mines here. These will all be empty. I guess that's somewhat interesting. Yeah, then this 4 would just break, right? This 4 can't be a 1 by 4 anymore. It has to be 2 by 2. It could be 2 by root 8, I think. No. It could be root 2 by root 8, but it can't be a root 2 by root 8. It has to be 2 by 2. So this is definitely a failure. This has to be root 2 by root 5. Sorry, root 5 by root 8. So that means that these are both empty as well. There you go. And this 4 is 2 by 2. I don't know how to like notate this properly, so I guess I'll just memorize that information. 2 by 2 here is not going to give us anything else. Also not giving us anything else. It has to be some number of mines here plus some number of mines here. Everything outside of that is further away, so it's not relevant anymore. Okay, 2 by root 5 is either 1 by root 20, which honestly feels insane. I don't think 1 by root 20 is valid. So we're gonna do a quick guess. Yeah, it could be root 2 by root 10. So it'll be a mine here and then either a mine here or here. And all of these would be empty. That would force this to be empty and this to be a mine. It would also force these to all be empty, I guess. I don't know if this 2 root 5 can handle that. If there were a mine here. Hold on, this 4 gives us information. Could this be a 1 by root 20? If it were a 1 by root 20, then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 here, or 1, 2, 3, or there. Well, the other root 20 is not there. Yeah, but then what this is saying is that a lot of this would be empty space. I think that 100% breaks this guy, right? Yeah, I want to say that 100% breaks this guy. This guy can never be successfully fulfilled. So I'm going to do another guess that these are both empty. There you go. Oh, thank you. Okay, sure. So by segment, all of these are mines. These are both empty. This is a mine. Okay, thank you. Sure. And that has to be a mine. Okay, so now this can't be a mine, otherwise it grows forward. Then these 2 mines break this too. This is all that. This means that these are all empty. Sorry, these are both empty, my bad. That gives us information. That gives us information. This mine just means that's empty. That must be a mine to connect. 5 mines remaining. There must be some number of mines here. So there can't be a mine here, right? Otherwise these are all empty. And the maximum number of mines you can have is 4. So this must be empty. Some number of mines here. This must be a mine. So with 4 mines, you can't go as far as this. Otherwise you need to have... No, this is fine. You can't go as far as this. Otherwise you need to have 4 mines here, plus 1 mine here is at least 5. These are both empty. That gives us information. And there you go, 4 mines remaining gives us all that. Cool. I feel like segment is a type of genre that's just... It just holds all the information back at you, but once you get something, the entire puzzle collapses. Because it needs to like stretch all the way across the board in the extreme cases. So once you can force one of the extreme cases, you can just consider the entire row to be complete. So the genre just collapses on you the moment you find something. Okay, more puzzles. This is modulo plus flowers. Sure. So modulo, every clue gives you the number of mines mod 3. Flowers, every colored mine has one non-colored around it. One non-colored next to it. Oops. Yeah. Alright, so give me a sec. I was looking at something. Okay. Okay. So this is very reminiscent of negation back in Variants 1. This 0 and 2 here, I feel like is interesting. Because this 2 sees some number of mines in here. This 0 must therefore be a 3. This is just a flat 2. And this is a flat 2. Then here, this has a value of 0 mod 3. But I don't know how that's going to work. Oh, right, but by flowers, this 0 mod 3 can't be all mines. Because a colored mine here would see 2 non-coloreds around it. So this must just be a pure 0. Same for here, this 3 can't be all 3 of these being mines. So instead, this must be a mine which must see something here. That gives us 1 mine here. So this is a mine. Which must see exactly 1 mine here. That completes this too, so that's empty. Okay. This 0, no idea. This 0, can it be a 3? Yes. This can also be a 3. This 0 is either a 0 or a 3, right? But I think depending on how this 2 works, it could be either. Yeah. Okay. Can the zeros be flat zeros? If this were a flat 0, then they're all zeros, and then these are both mines, which is fine. If this was a 3, then this must also be a 3. We know these can't all be mines, but it doesn't tell us anything. Yeah, it doesn't tell us anything, I don't think. Actually, hold on, no. The fact that there's 2 mines here for this 1 just tells me that it must be a 4, right? It can't be as high as a 7. It must be higher than a 1, so it's just a 4. So there's 2 mines in here. This one also must be a 4? Yeah, because it sees 2 mines. And it can't be as high as a 7. So there's also 2 mines here. So there's probably some sort of flowers thing going on here. Like, if this were a mine, then these are both empty. You'd have to have a mine here and here. This would be a mine. That is okay, I think. And then your other option is if this were empty, then this is a mine, this is empty. And then in this case, I can't make any further deduction either. Hold on. Let's check this again. If this is a mine, and you get this sort of setup, these are both empty. This 0 can't be a 3 because these can't all be mines. So this 0 is just a 0. That's fine, right? Yeah. I mean, otherwise, if this were empty and there's a mine here, this 0 is a 3, but I have no idea how I'm gonna... I have no idea how I'm going to resolve all of this. Let's maybe break the 1. Not really, it doesn't really break the 1. You know there's at least 1 mine in here, but that's fine. It could also be 2 mines here and this one could be a 4. Yeah, I don't know. These can both be mines. If this is a mine, this has to go out and touch something. Yeah. I guess I would force this, which would force this, which is fine. This one is instantly a 4 now. Okay, doesn't really help. If this is empty, it still works. I don't know. If this one was just a 1, then all of these would be empty. This would be a mine. This 0 can't be a 3 anymore, because then these are both mines, which you already know is a daily pattern. So this is just a 0, and this is also just a 0. Yeah, that works. It's a lot of empty cells, but that's fine. Right? Felicity is fine. I guess we can continue to say that this is not a mine, because it would need to extend outwards, which it can't. That's a mine and that's empty. That's empty. That's a mine. That's empty. And then these are both mines, which is also fine. There's 1 mine here, so this is actually a 3. This is a completely okay setup. Unfortunately, it is. So, okay, then what if this were a 4? Well then anything can happen. Right? Hold on, maybe not. No, yeah, anything can happen. These can both be mines. Anything can happen. Unfortunately, a bit of help here. Jeez. If this is a mine, it must grow. This is straight up just a 2. Not a 2, a 4. Oh. If this is empty, and these are both mines. And these are both mines. Which makes these empty, and that's a mine. These are both empty. Yeah, that's fine, right? And then the other cases where this is a mine, this is immediately regarded as a 4. Can these both be empty? No, this is a grow. Can this be a mine? Can this be a mine and this be empty? Yeah, why not? Can it be the other way around? This is a mine and this is empty. And that'll be empty. These can both be mine, so that would be a mine. There's just a lot of ways to do this, so I feel like this is also not where to go. I pretty much want to call it a hint here. Let's see what hint says. Wow, that. Oh, I think I get it. Yeah, okay. This area and this area must have the same number of mines. And if this were a mine, you have to grow. So you have to have 2 mines here, but also 2 mines there. Yeah, alright, there you go. These must differ by 1, so this must be a mine. And we know there's some number of mines here, so this is immediately just a 4. 2. It can't be both of these, because this guy will be broken. So that's a mine, that's a mine. That completes a lot of stuff for us. That's a mine, that's empty. 1 is complete. 2 and 1 differ by 2 again this time. So this must see 2 more mines, meaning there's exactly 1 mine here. This 1 sees 1, and this 2 must see 1 more than that, so that's a mine. We know there's some number of mines here, but in total, this area must have 2 mines in it, I think. No, that's not true. It could be... Yeah, no, it is true. Because if there were only 1 mine here, we would know it would have to be here. This would be empty. This now can't be empty. It can't be a mine. This is empty. You have mines here and here, which breaks. So I'm now fairly certain that this has to have 2 mines in it. So that's empty. That's a mine. Okay, there you go. This is a 1, so this must be 4 total. So there's 1 mine in here. And we know there's 2 mines in here. So it's another 2-1 pattern which gives us that. Yeah. This can't be a mine. If this was a mine, these will both be empty. The 0 requires these 2 to be mines, and this one is broken. So this can't be a mine. 1. We know there's 1 mine here, so this is immediately a 4. These are both mines as a result, which gives us that. This 2 means that. And this 1 means 1 of these are mines. This must grow, giving us this. That. This must be a 5, but it can't be these 2 remaining cells. So this must be a mine. This now sees a 5 as well, but it can't be these 2, so this is a mine. Okay, that gives us that. Alright, I'm pretty sure we can call the rest of this. There's 4 mines remaining. This sees 2, so there's 1 mine here. This sees 4, so there's 1 mine here. If this is a mine, then these are both empty, which fails, so this can't be a mine. This now can't be a mine either, and so these are both mines. Hey, there you go. Okay. And that leaves EG. I should have time to solve it if I try it. So let's go for it, right? EG. Group encrypted. Every continuous mine region is of size 4, and then all the letters are encrypted behind variables. Yeah. Okay, we can definitely just start by marking these as having possible values. Okay. Can E be 3? Yeah, sure. Can D be 4? Also yes. Okay, so this and this have to have the same number of mines. This can't be a mine because you have to grow outwards. Then this would need to have 2 mines in it, which isn't possible. Okay. So just by regular Minesweeper we can do all that. Okay, because of Minesweeper again, these are all non-mines. Wow, that's a lot of E. How? Wow, okay. Okay. Now D has a maximum of 3. Meaning this can't be a mine. If it was, you have to go all the way out here, and then D will be a 4. So now E is at most a 1. I want to say E is a 0, but it's possible that it's not. If E was 1, then D is immediately at 3. But if E was 0, then D is at least a 1. So there must be some number of mines here extending outwards. This is always a mine, which always must have something going outwards there. Yeah. If E is 0, what do we have again? That D is either a 1 or a 2. If E is a 1, then D is a 3. Okay, then D can't be 0. If E is 1, then once again, D must be 3. I don't know if we can resolve any of the E's here right now. Oh, but we do know that the amount of mines that E has contained within here giving us all of these being empty cells. That's just regular Minesweeper. And in the case where E is 0, then the same thing happens where these are all non-mines. Okay, there you go. Commonalities. Also this is empty. Okay. So now we have H in the mix. H is at most a 4. But E is at most a 1, so there's at most 1 mine here, meaning H is actually at most 2. Do we know H is greater than E? I don't think so. I think H can be a 0 and E can be 1. Which would cause this to happen. H would be 0, E would be 1. Yeah. This is fine. But in the case where H is greater than E, then we know that must be a mine here and no mines here. Does that help? Yes, it further confirms the fact that there can't be a mine here. Okay. Hold on, let's set out the two cases again. So case 1 is where H is greater than E. You get this pattern due to Minesweeper and that. E could still be 0 or 1. H will be 1 or 2. And in the case where E is greater than H, then you must have this and this. And in that case, these will all be empty. So your commonality is this cell. Oh my goodness, there's more E. These are all empty. H. Okay, well that's definitely empty because of group, which now gives us the value of E. E is just 0. Okay. That helps. Okay. H must therefore be 1. D must therefore be 2. Okay, that gives us a lot of information. G is at least a 5. This must grow, so G is 6. Okay. B can still be a 4 or 5. So this can't be a mine. If it were a mine, you have to grow out, and therefore B will be a 6. So this is empty. 2 means that's empty, so now B is a 4. This must grow. One of these are mines, so that has to be empty. A is either 3, 5, or 7. It can't be a 7, clearly. Can A be a 5? No, because then you have a size more than 4. So A is 3. So one of these are mines, and then one of these are mines. Okay, this can't be a mine. If it was, these would both be empty. You just have to go out, and that breaks this 1. So this can't be a mine. We know this is a mine which must grow. And therefore one of these are mines, which completes the one. I think we're done. Yay! Alright. Good stuff. Okay, I think that's gonna be it for this episode. The stream. I've completed all the combinations. So either I'll do these on my own free time or I'll come back and make another stream about it. But yeah, had a bit more fun today, so I think I'll be dipping out.